Welcome to Mirror Shift Podcast, the space where women come to rewrite the story they see in the mirror. I am your host, Reva Davis, boudoir photographer, confidence coach, and your new self-love advocate. Welcome to the Mirror Shift Podcast, where we challenge the stories women have been told about their worth, their beauty, and their bodies. Today's episode is called The Mirror Lie: How Society Distorts the Way We See Ourselves. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, if only this part of me were different, then I'd finally feel good about myself? If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. But here's the truth. Those thoughts didn't just magically appear in your mind, they were put there by a world that profits from keeping you insecure. So today, we're going to unpack where those negative body beliefs come from, how beauty standards and social media shape the way we see ourselves, and most importantly, how to challenge those lies so you can finally reclaim your reflection. Let's start with the very beginning. None of us were born hating our bodies. Think about it. Babies don't look at their tiny hands or soft bellies and think, this isn't good enough. Somewhere along the way, that narrative is taught to us. And usually it starts very early. Childhood conditioning. Maybe it was the first time someone made a comment about your weight at a family gathering. Maybe it was seeing your mom, aunt, or older sister constantly criticize herself in the mirror. Maybe it was a TV commercial that told you your freckles are flaws, but lucky you, there's a product to fix them. Little by little, those comments start stacking up. And before you know it, you begin to believe that how you look determines your value. Statistics or powerful truth bomb. The average young girl is exposed to hundreds of ads a day telling her what's wrong with her appearance. The message is clear. You are not enough. But here's what you can buy to fix that. And that's how the mirror lie is born. Let's talk about beauty standards. Throughout history, what society calls beautiful has constantly shifted. And that should tell you something right away. It's all made up. At one point, curvy bodies were considered the ultimate ideal because they symbolized wealth and health. Then thinness became the standard. Fast forward to today, and it's this strange mix of impossible proportions that can only truly exist with editing, surgery, or filters. Social media has taken those unrealistic ideals and turned them into 24/7 comparisons. We scroll and see perfectly curated lives and perfectly curated bodies, and we forget that those images aren't real. They've been edited, filtered, posed, and selected out of hundreds of shots. If you would believe anyone, please believe a photographer. We compare our real, beautiful, and perfect selves to someone else's highlight reel. It's like looking into a funhouse mirror at the fair, only instead of laughing, we start to believe that distorted reflection is who we really are. Mini moment of truth. Here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with the lens you've been forced to look through. When you change the lens, you change the way you see yourself. When you change the lens, you change the way you see yourself. Mind blown. So how do we begin to challenge these lies? How do we unlearn years of conditioning? Because that's what it is. It's conditioning. Here are 3 powerful steps you can take starting today. Step 1. Question the source. The next time you catch yourself thinking, I hate my... whatever it is. I'll go with my teeth because that's what I don't like about myself. Pause and ask yourself, where did I first learn this belief? Did someone say it to you? Did you see it in a magazine, a movie, or a TikTok video? I will go with TikTok video because I like to watch Dr. Kenny, so. Most of the time that belief isn't really yours. It was planted there by someone else. And if it's not yours, you don't have to keep carrying it. I'm not blaming him, by the way. I just like to watch his videos. I think it's awesome what he does for people's teeth. Anywho, step 2. Curate your feed. Social media can either fuel your insecurities or heal them. Start unfollowing accounts that make you feel less than. Follow creators, body positive activists, and women who celebrate diversity and realness. When you change what you see every day, you start to shift how you see yourself. Step 3. Rewrite the narrative. Start replacing negative self-talk with truth. Instead of, my body is the problem, try, my body is my home, my vessel, my gift. It may feel awkward at first, like you're lying to yourself, but over time, those new thoughts become your new truth. Remember, the goal isn't to fix your body, because your body was never broken. The goal is to fix the beliefs that told you it was. As we wrap up today, I want to leave you with this. The mirror has never been the problem. It only reflects what you've been taught to see. The real power lies within you. You get to decide what story you tell when you look at your reflection. When you start questioning those old beliefs, when you surround yourself with empowering voices, when you begin to rewrite the narrative, the mirror shifts. And when the mirror shifts, you shift. You are enough. You are worthy. And you are so much more than what you've been told to believe. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the Mirror Shift podcast. If this message resonated with you, please share it with a friend who needs to hear it today. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and leave a review. It helps other women find this show and begin their own journey of empowerment. Until next time, remember, the reflection you see is only a fraction of who you truly are. Keep shifting your lens, keep challenging the lies, and keep showing up as your whole beautiful self. Thanks for spending a few minutes reflecting with me today. If this episode spoke to you, share it with a sister who needs to hear it. And remember, the real glow up begins in your mind. Follow me on Instagram at Reva and subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode.